Young people, welcome back. BMB in the house. Once again, here for my students, here for the community, here for the parents, here for anybody that needs that help, right? Guys, we are knocking out chapter 5, lesson 2. Let's see what they're talking about. Looks like the objective here, guys, solve linear inequalities by using multiplication. Second objective, solve linear inequalities by using division. If you were with us in the last video, guys, we still got one steps. So I bet students will be able to, at the end of this video, if you're not already able to, solve inequalities. Concept is inequalities, the skill is solving. And it's a simple skill because there's still just one steps. Guys, let's get into it. Bam. There it is, guys. Chapter 5, lesson 2, and there it goes. Looks like we're matching. Gotta love matching. Gotta love the title. Gotta know what we're working on. You never know. Might forget. So, guys, solve inequalities by multiplication and division, which means, what is that? That is a beautiful little chart we didn't have in video number 1. Somebody must have got smart. All right, guys, I mentioned that in the last video. We've got it now. Some things to point out here, guys, is we're just deciding which inequality we're going to use. So at most, checking that chart, not the first, not the second, not the third. There it is. So now I'm looking for less than or equal to. It's not number 1, not number 2. Must be 3 or 5, right? Which one? Of course, 3 times. Not getting complicated. So 3 times the number is at most 9. Of course, that has to be number 3. So using the inequality in the chart to help us figure out which one it is, and of course using the coefficient, vocabulary. So this one, 1/3 of a number is no more than 9. 1/3. All right. Well, bam. I can see 1/3. No more than. Not more than. So again, guys, it didn't say less than or equal to. That would have been too easy. So they're challenging us. Now I'm looking for more than. You see it? You find it? You got it? Yeah, it's right there. More than. All right, and of course, -3 times the coefficient is -3. So this right here, guys, should be fun for you. Yeah, I said it. It should be fun. Doing algebra can be fun. You know, it's not always HE double hockey sticks. We don't cuss in these videos. But if you know Mr. Craft, we don't cuss in these videos. All right, where were we? We're on E already. -3 times the number is at least 9. At least, bam, found it. Let's highlight it. At least. Looking for a greater than or equal to, and again, of course, guys, we're running out of choices already. -3 is the coefficient that was already used, number 4, so number 6, of course. And then for a nice traditional highlight of yellow, 1/3 again. So 1/3 coefficient, and then I'm looking for the inequality greater than or equal to. So they finally give us a traditional wording, right? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And I even highlight it because it doesn't even say greater than or equal to in the list because you already know what that is, right? Great introduction, guys. This is me being an excellent student. 1 is D, 2 is F, 3 is A, 4, 2 is A, 4 looks like C. I see you. And of course, 5 gives me B. And last one there, 6 has to be E. And I always wonder, why is there not an E on your report card? You can get A, B, C, D, and then jump to F. I guess E was just not something they like. I don't mind fail, y'all. First attempt in learning. You're supposed to fail. You didn't know it. So I'm okay. Anyways, guys, we got more. That's from you. Don't shake my hands too fast. When we divide or multiply by a negative, make sure we flip our sign. I'll say it again. When we divide or multiply by a negative, make sure we flip our sign. So guys, G is greater than 4. Check your solution. If you were with me in video 1, we know how to check solutions. You can check them. Go back. I might check a few, but there's what? 16 of these? We'll be here all day. Me doing checkbox for every single one of these. So going through the process, guys, all of these seem pretty straightforward to me. Number 9, though, I see a negative. What do? I relax. The number underneath is 20. The coefficient was 20. I did not divide by a negative, so I'm still just answering these. But when number 10 comes, very clearly here, negative 8r. What did I say? Negative 8r. So since the coefficient is negative, I have to divide by negative. When I divide by the negative, pow! Flip your sign. If you do not flip your sign, you are going to have the answer incorrect. And every book, every teacher, everyone knows this. If you don't know it, you don't know algebra. You know some of algebra, but you gotta know to flip your sign when you divide by a negative. It's just what we have to do. And it should be proven to you in your classroom. It should be proven to you if you want to know why. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So is my coefficient negative? Yes. As soon as I see a negative coefficient, my brain, this brain, your brain, flip the sign. Flip the sign. So P is greater than or equal to now. 15 goes into 90. Boom, boom, boom. 6 times. And again, I'm just pumping through these, guys. I'm pumping through them. Yes, I know. What if I know I'm right? If I know I'm right, I gotta check them. Yes, we do, guys. Switching up to the coefficient being gone. Now we have a quotient, we have a division. And I'm just showing you guys what my brain does so quickly. I'm gonna multiply both sides by 4, and that gives me 36 for x. Didn't show it, I just said it. Same thing here now. A divided by 9. What was the opposite of dividing by 9? Multiplying by 9. So even though I'm not showing, multiply the left side by 9, multiply the right side by 9. I know how to solve 1 steps. The new activity here, guys, is inequalities. So, I don't even know what I'm doing over here. What's all this extra? Guess I'm trying to figure out what 15? I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. I guess 9 times 45 and 90 is well. Wow. We all slow sometimes. It's okay. Finally, negative P divided by 7 is greater than negative 9. Well, there's a negative P, which means I have to flip the sign. Now that's one to pause on. We're gonna pause. And the reason why we're pausing is because I did that so fast. You need to be able to tell me why I flipped my sign. Good. That's why I'm here. I'll tell you why. So guys, when you have that 1 step, and the first thing let's look at here is number 14 on the handout. The negative sign is not in the numerator with P. It's not in the denominator with 7. It's actually right in the middle. So I literally take time in class to point out why they do that and why you should know they do that. Now what I decided to do was throw it up top in the numerator. Bad choice. I should have put it in the bottom. But I've done this so much, it doesn't matter where it goes. I know what I'm doing. So when it comes to, do you know what you're doing? That's why I paused it. We're gonna end up having to multiply or divide by a negative, so I have to flip that sign. It's still a 1 step. 7 times 9 is 63, but it's not 7 times 9, it's a negative 7. So negative 7 now times negative 9 gives me a positive 63. Now, like I said, there's so many of these guys. Let's keep going, because I guarantee it's gonna come up again. And hopefully I'm actually gonna slow down and talk about what I'm doing. And look at that. I actually wrote pause because I knew I was gonna pause. So guys, we're pausing because I want to make sure that you're understanding the slight variation of your negative integer, your negative rational number, your negative that causes you to flip your inequality and do it correctly. So we talked about it. We moved on. Notice number 15 had a flipped inequality. 12 times 6 was 72, but I have to flip my inequality. 5z, no flipping. No flipping because I divided by 5. I did not divide by -5. So, of course, -18. Here, of course, I flip the inequality for 17. What about for 18? Am I flipping it? No, because the 5 is positive. So it's just 5 times -17. 50 plus 35, -85. -85. I would like for that to be negative. And I guess not. Go ahead, put it in the comment. Number 18 is wrong. Number 19, number 20, 21, and 22, guys. If your teacher is having you practice this so that you can get a mastery of it, yes, you do 25 and get 24 out of 25, that's a good job. Let's get them all boxed. I'm one of those teachers. Why didn't you box your answers? Number 19, guys, I think I really want to point out they're trying to see where you are. Ha ha ha. And let's find out where you are and if you got that one, guys. But before we do, though, let's definitely wrap up these easier ones. Dividing by -16, so I flip the inequality. C is now going to be less than or equal to 224 divided by 16, which is 14. Again, number 21 is another great example of what's happening with the negative fraction. Well, since it is negative, I'm going to flip that sign, and of course, 10 times 2 is 20. But a -10, because I give that negative to the denominator. Now, I'm really just going to make some room, and making that room, of course, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and give you guys -1y instead of just -1. The coefficient is -1. Divide both sides by -1, which now causes me to flip the sign. Positive divided by a negative gives me negative, of course. -1 divided by -1 cancels, so y now is going to be greater than, already flipped the sign, -36. I'm feeling all right, guys. I think, again, there being so many of those one steps, whether they're addition or if they're subtraction, multiplication or division, it was a good, 10 minutes of practice. You'll see those constantly, especially when we get to 2 steps, right? This time we're going to define a variable. Looks like they're all going to be n for number. Write the inequality, and then of course solve each problem. Check your solution. Wow. We'll see about that, right? We'll see about that, meaning you're here for understanding, and if you understand it, you got it, and checking your solution is always good for us. Let's get it done. All right. We already went over that. We have 4 things to do. Define the variable. Doing this for number 23. Number 1. 23, part 1. N. N is equal to the number they're talking about. So just going really slow, I guess. Want to give you guys, for my A+ers, 4.3ers. Number 2 here. 4 times the number is greater than -48. I like that they're using basic, greater than. Part 3, that's part 3. We're solving it now. We're dividing both sides by 4. I'm doing that. I'm not flipping the sign. You're going to make that mistake once or twice. It's not being divided by a negative. It's just being divided by 4. The negative is on the other side. Final answer is greater than -12. Get a checkbox. You've seen this if you've seen my videos. It's just a box. I'm going to use check. And we're going to go ahead and take the equation 4 times n. I can choose the value for n. It can be any number on a number line. And depending on the number I choose, I'm going to need a true or false statement, right? So in this one, let's go ahead and decide if n is greater than -12. What's the easiest number to try? There's a lot of numbers out there. If you said 0, that's the easiest number to try. 1, 2, 100, 5, any other number, -5, nothing is easier than 0. But a number line, easy to do, right? This is going back to the first handout when we were asked to graph an inequality, check it. We used it to point out what solutions are true and what solutions are false. So here, a quick sketch of number line. I just got 2 numbers on it, plus the origin, 0, 0, or just 0, because it's not a coordinate plane. So negative 12, right? So -12 right about there, we'll say. That's where I begin. It's going to be an open or a closed circle. It will be an open circle. And again, guys, this is what I mean by we're not going to go through all this to check them all, but taking the time to make sure you understand the check for an inequality. I could pick any number on a number line, but what should be true? Anything that's shaded. 0 is shaded, so 0 should be true. 50 is shaded, 50 should be true. So all the shaded area is true, all the unshaded area is false. You decide what value you want to check. I think I'm going to check an easy number, such as 0. Yeah. So guys, if 0 is true on the number line, meaning it's shaded, when I plug it into the equation for n is greater than -48, well, 0 times 4 is 0. And 0 is greater than -48. It's true. So guys, I did all 4 of those. It took a nice long time for the last one to talk about the check. But let's knock out the rest. Let's use this. We used it earlier. Find it, write it, take a picture of it. It's going to help for this chapter. I guess I'm telling you to have fun because I guess I'm not going to do too much more of this. Guys, I hope you got the understanding of the lesson. If you really need some help with the rest of this, that'd be 28 through 27. You love these videos. And I love making them. Come on back. I'll be back. Please comment, share, like. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.